Hi, today I'm going to make a quick video about the NiSi Swift system. This is a VND system that works magically. It works rapidly. You can go from 1 to 9 stops of VND within a few seconds, and I'm going to tell you how that works. The first one is arguably the most used VND's range used by content creators, filmmakers, and so forth, and that is 1 to 5 stops, and it's this one. I made a review some time ago about NiSi 1 to 5 stops VND filter. The little lever, which is extremely useful right here, could not be used along with the cap, and now you can do so because they made a little hole. There's even a little arrow on top here. So that is a little parenthesis, but I think it's really cool. Now, what happens if you want to go from 6 to 9 stops? Well, you have to remove this from your lens, take another one, put it on, and so forth. Now, what you can do with the Swift system is you take this guy, this is a 4 stops ND, and you just put it on top of the 1 to 5. And what you can see here is on the numbers, it says minimum 1, it becomes minimum 5. 2 becomes 6, 3 becomes 7, 4 becomes 8, and 5 becomes 9. You just put it on top, and off you go. That's it. And you do the same way, the same thing you were doing. You use a little lever, you turn, and it's just going to reduce the light even more. So I think this is very clever because instead of having to have several filters, laying around and having to always take them off, you can just put this one on top, use it, and if at some point there's like a cloud that goes by and you have too much light reduction, you just take it off and you use the 1 to 5 stops. So here, by way of example, I'm going to show you when you're under the sun. I'm shooting at 640 ISO, which is a native ISO of my Sony a7S III. f2.8 is the maximum aperture of my lens, so you see how blurry the background is, and you can still see me perfectly exposed. And right now I'm at 6 stops of ND, so I added the second ND filter on top. This is what happens if you turn a little more. So if I go to 5, I'm a little bit overexposed, and now if I change and I go all the way to 9, this is what happens. So I'm obviously underexposed. Now look what happens if I take off the additional 6 to 9 stop 4 ND filter. Here you go. There. So this is the darkest I can make it. This is 5 stops. And if I go all the way to 1, this is what you would have, actually a little bit brighter without this filter on, if you didn't have an ND filter. So you twist it like so, you reduce the amount of light, and I'm gonna now put the 6 to 9 stops on top so you can see in real life what happens. There you go. So now I'm at 9, and I'm going to turn it a little bit more, just making sure I get the right exposure. It's around here. There you go. And now I can talk to you correctly exposed. This has the true color technology, like pretty much all of the NiSi lenses nowadays. This is a technology that basically keeps the same colors that were on set or in real life reproduced in your camera, in your footage afterwards. So that is a pro. You're not going to have any color changes, any color casts, any X effect. I don't even know if the X effect is a thing anymore, but I do want to mention it. You're going to have none of that, and you're going to have really good color reproduction. Now, one thing that the NiSi Swift system promotes, and that I think is really clever, is the fact that you have up to 15 different functions. Yes, I do put this in front of my face because, as you can see here, they give you a little booklet on both sides that shows you how you can use these different features. So you have things such as you can use a VND 1 to 5 alone, or you could go with things like UV cut plus the VND 1 to 5, or you could go with the UV cut with the black mist with the VND 1 to 5, and so forth, okay? Now, in order for you to use this, obviously, you're gonna have to buy separately the UV cut, the black mist 1/4, and the adapter. Those can be purchased separately and can be put in the case as such. That brings me to the next point, and that's the actual case. They give you this case, which is sturdy, rugged, small, compact. It is actually pretty cool. I like the design of the NiSi cases because they do protect your gear very well. It's really is sturdy, but they don't take too much space. And when you open them, you have a way of seeing your filters that is actually very, very easy and very convenient. The zipper itself here, when you close it, it becomes sealed tight. So if any water goes on it, it's not going to go in. So it's weather resistant. That is great because when you go close to rivers, be it as a photographer or videographer or content creator or whatever, you're not going to have any water going inside your filters, or any humidity or any sand or any dust or whatever, any elements, which is why weather sealing is great for this kind of filters. There, I wasn't paid to do this review, by the way. I did get this for free, but this is my personal opinion, and I do love NiSi for what they do. I think they do great products for a great affordable price, and you get high quality. You don't get anything that would make your footage worse. On the contrary, you're gonna get good results. I hope I answered all the questions you had about this Swift system. If you're considering to buy it, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any other questions, I'm here to answer them. I always answer as fast as I can. Consider subscribing if you didn't do it yet so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I see you, like always, in the next one. Take care. Cheers.